Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? I really hope you're having a fantastic day today, whether you're watching this in the morning, afternoon, or night. I hope your day's going well so far, and I hope it continues to go well. Today on the channel, we are going to learn probably my favorite thing from the live stream experience, and that was the Heathens in Trees acoustic session with Tyler in a boat. I cried when I heard this, and when we watched it the second time, I cried again because this is absolutely beautiful, and I've never wanted Heathens played in my weddings ever. But now I want the song played there. It is fantastic, and we're going to learn it today. So let's go ahead right in. Here is Heathens in Trees from the live stream experience. Before I show you any chords, I want to show you what the picking hand is doing, because this is going to be doing the same thing throughout both Trees and Heathens. Chord-wise, we do a little bit more movement when it comes to Trees. However, for both songs, it is the same sort of picking pattern besides a strum or two. And that picking pattern is you pluck your E and A string, then you pluck your G string, back and forth. Literally, that is all you do throughout the entire song. We completely avoid your C string throughout the entirety because the C is always going to have a double note in there, so we really don't have to worry about this lower string here. And if we add chords to that, you can hear it's literally doing it the entire time. Like I said, it does a strum or two, but other than that, that is it. So just get that movement down your picking hand, whether it be your middle and ring finger and your thumb, and or your index and your middle finger and your thumb. Whatever's the most comfortable for you. A lot of guitar teachers will recommend using your index finger and your ring finger, your middle finger, like this. However, I have the bad habit of doing this, using my middle and ring finger, but whatever is the most comfortable for you. I'm not going to yell at you either way. Anyway, let's move over here to the chords. Of course, we're going to be starting with Heathens because that's the song that comes first. Let's start off with the chorus. So we're going to start off with an F chord. Then from there we go to a D minor chord just by putting our ring finger on the second fret of the G string. So F, D minor. Then we go to an A major chord. So once again, all of it together, F, D minor. Then we go to an A major. And the way to count this is F1, 2, D minor, 3, 4, A chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically the F and the D minor get half a measure each, and then the A chord gets a full measure. So let's go ahead and cycle through that progression twice so that way you get a hang with it. Also, a good way to practice this is go practice along with the recording of Tyler performing this in the boat. It will really help you, and that's how I was able to record mine. AirPods in, play along with the recording. So anyway, let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when we go into the verse, just strum your A chord, which takes us into the verse. So for the verse, we are going to start out on a B flat chord or A sharp major, depending on what you call it. So if you don't know how to play that, it is going to be your index finger barring the first fret of the A and E string, your middle finger on the second fret of the G string, and then your ring finger on the third fret of our C string. And we're going to do this for one full bar. They say newcomers have a certain smell. Then from there we go to an F chord. Do another measure. And then from there we go to a C chord. Now you can do your C chord one of two ways. One, you just do your open C chord. And or you can do what Tyler does in his little boat, and that is take the shape for the B flat major slash A sharp major, slide up all the way 2 frets higher, and do the C chord this way. Personally, I like that one because it sounds a bit more full. Of course, either way works because they're both a C chord either way you look at them. And the C chord is going to get one measure in total. So the first loop is going to be B flat major for one measure, F major for 2 measures, and then C for 1 measure. And then that cycle repeats again, so B flat for 1 measure, F for 2 measures, and then instead of going to a C, we go to an A major instead for after all I said, please don't forget. And then going back into the chorus, strum that A major again, and then from there we go back into the chorus chords of F, D minor, A. You repeat that, then we transition into trees. Now I'm not gonna lie, this transition is a little bit tricky, so I highly recommend you practice along with little Tyler in a boat. So the reason why it gets a little bit tricky is because the song does speed up from here. So we're going to do an F chord for 1 full measure. Then we're going to do an B flat chord major for 1 measure. Back to an F chord for 2 measures. F chord for 1 measure. And then back to your B flat major for 1 measure as well. And then we are in trees. And for me, this was the hardest part to understand, was transitioning from the transition into trees. Because after the B flat major for 1 measure, we then go to the F chord for 2 measures. This is where Tyler's singing the la, 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 dee does. Then we go to a D minor chord for 1 full measure. Then we go back to B flat major for 1 measure. So once again, D minor for 1 measure. B flat for 1 measure. Then F for 2 measures. Then you repeat that cycle of D minor for 1 measure, B flat major for 1 measure, then F for 2 measures. Now for the I Can Feel Your Breath, I Can Feel My Death section of the song. And like, this part, to me, Super confusing, even more confusing than the transition, which is why you should go practice along with little Tyler in a boat. So, we're going to start on an F chord for 2 bars. Then we go to a B flat major for 2 bars. And feel my... Then on the word death, we land on the D minor chord, do it for 2 bars. Then from there we go to an F chord for 1 bar. We go to a C chord for 1 bar. Then back to D minor for 2 bars. So that section, I can feel my death. Then from there we transition to the I want to know you, I want to see you, I want to say hello. So D minor for 2 bars. Go to a B flat for 2 bars. F for 2 bars. Then C for 2 bars. Then back to F and just like strum that before we get into the final la 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 dee does. And it's weird there because Tyler starts on the B flat for 1 bar, F for 2 bars, D minor for 1 bar, B flat for 1 bar, then finally strum the F chord. The song is now over. Very fun little tune, this one. Just needs a little bit of practicing, especially when you're doing trees and getting this sped up. Trees was always a hard one for me when it came to learning the guitar, so like practicing along with recording definitely helps, and that is strongly what I recommend here. There's excellent versions of this both on Twitter as well as on YouTube. All you need to do is search Heathens/Trees 21 Pilots and it should pop up Tyler in a Boat. And yes, so anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this lesson. Very beautiful song. I'm going to do it on guitar in a couple of days also, so just if you're a guitar player, stay tuned for that also. If you're a ukulele player, let me know what other ukulele songs you want to see down in the comment section below by 21 Pilots. Also, yes, we do bass also here, so if you want to see a bass lesson, let me know down in the comment section below, and guitar lesson of any 21 Pilot song. We have a whole playlist on the channel of everything we've done so far, and make sure you go check that out first. Learn your favorite 21 Pilot song, and if you don't see a comment on any single one of those videos, now add to my ever-growing Google Doc of 21 Pilot songs to cover on the channel. But anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I hope you have a great day today. That's the more important thing, is I hope you have a fantastic day today. So, I'll leave you that, and I'm going to get out of here and edit the video, go to bed. Goodbye, good night, but more importantly, have a good day. I'll see you later.